Griffin Jones in the house. This is my favorite part of the podcast, to be honest with you.
The intro?
Yeah. Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Gage.
What's up, Mike?
Good to see everyone tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We have in the house with us tonight Mr. Gage Lake, the scientist.
The Facebook
Mad scientist.
That's my nickname now.
It really is. It should be. It should be. By the way, I coined that just so when you go and make tons of money off that name,
Yeah, I owe you.
don't forget your boy.
Yeah.
Jeremy is busy sharing out the podcast to some websites. I'm going to see who we've got in the house tonight. So good to see everyone. And it's been a long week since we've been together. I've missed you all. Steve's Premier Power Washing, Tommy Bain. I don't think Tommy Bain has ever been here before. He must be a new guy. And then Scott Terry, Griffin Jones, Anthony, Bobby Linden, my man. Bobby Linden always says nice things about me, and that's why I like Bobby Linden more than anybody else in the room tonight, except for Keith Pickens. He says nice things as well. Good to see everyone. We're going to have us a good night. We have Gage Lake in the house. This is is this the third time that we've had Gage on? I do.
Yep, third time.
Yep, very early on we had Gage with us, and we really talked a lot back then about how to get started with your Facebook advertising, social media advertising. We talked a lot of SEO kind of stuff. Since then, we have kind of fallen into the fall, no pun intended. And here we are in Christmas light season, gutter cleaning season. Some guys are doing snow removal or will be in the next few months. And tragically, and we absolutely want to keep this in mind tonight, throughout the podcast, and then, of course, Jeremy will be praying at the end, and we're praying for our friends, family, fellow washers in the state of Florida tonight. So some are already feeling the impact, and it's only going to get worse throughout the night. So as lighthearted as we tend to be on the podcast, and there's a lot of room for that still, we want to keep in mind that we've got some people out there who are suffering. So let's keep them in our prayers. How's Jeremy doing?
I'm doing well. I just got everything shared out, I think.
Good.
We'll see.
You act like I just woke you up. Oh, you're doing great.
Yeah, Amanda said I'd come. Amanda said I'd come alive. What did you say? I'd perk up like a what? She might then be asleep. I don't know. She's not feeling well.
Oh, bless the Lord. Bless the Lord.
Yeah. What's going on, man? I've missed all these names. What's going on, guys? Hello. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I got it all shared out.
All right. Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. We're going to have some a lot of questions tonight for Gage. I've got a bunch on my end. I know Jeremy has a bunch as well.
Yes, I'm trying to pull up my list.
We want to make sure to give attention to the questions of our audience. Now, by the way, I just left a comment, and that comment is the link to the new Patreon page for Exclusively Fresh right there. And great many of you have joined. If you haven't yet, and you'd like to click on the link there, you can check that out. We won't go into great detail about that tonight. That's not what it's about, but I want to keep that in front of you because we've spent so much time in preparation for Exclusively Fresh, literally months, and we can even go back as far as a year when the brainchild began to be birthed. And so we want to keep that in front of you. If you'd like to become a member, click the link, join, and you get exclusive content. There is a fee, there's a cost to it, but I promise you it's well worth your while. Speaking of numbers, Gage, you've had some success this year, and I should say, better yet, a lot of guys have had some success with you. Would you care to take just a moment, share some success stories, if you would, please?
Yeah, there's a ton. I feel like I get messages every single day. People winning. Actually, just before the call, we had one of our clients that we just took on, Ryan, closed his first job. We only started ads a couple days ago. But aside from that, I mean, there's a lot more. I mean, we usually get wins in the client group chat because we, have all of our clients in one group chat. They communicate, they help each other. We obviously give some guidance in that group as well. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's even one of our clients that's actually dealing with a whole hurricane down in Florida right now. So hopefully, nothing bad is, happening there. But I know with him, I think we've closed close to $150,000 just from Facebook ads so far this year. We've helped a lot. So, I mean, if anybody wants to check it out, obviously check out my Facebook page. There's back-to-back results almost every single day. One of our clients, Alex, just closed, I think, $26,000 in the last month or so from running ads with us. So, yeah, going great.
That's insane. That's insane. For those who are new to Gage Lake and what is that as really a unit here, the three of us really trying to encourage one another and pushing one another, why don't you take just a moment to explain what you do for anyone who's new in the room tonight who really doesn't know who Gage Lake is. Take just a minute and tell us what you do.
Yeah, so we work with mainly exterior cleaning companies, Christmas light companies, deck and fence standing companies, just pretty much home service companies dial in a system on Facebook to build their brand in the market so people actually understand them. They see their face around in the market. They see all the value they're providing for other homeowners that need the same services, such as, whether it be house washing or Christmas lights. We want to build that brand. And then obviously the second thing is just to get leads in the door for these people, whether that be organic, whether that be through the paid ads. And then we also help them sell. So if they're not good at sales or they need some sales experience, we guide them in that avenue just so that way, we've got good content. People like what they see. Leads are coming in. Third step, obviously closing those leads. So that's, kind of a simple term of it. But at the end of the day, people come to us to grow their businesses, to become that local celebrity that we preach and that we want people to hit. And, Jeremy's experienced that as well. I know we had a call a couple months ago, Jeremy, and you were in a food or a restaurant, and some guy or some lady was asking to take a picture because she's seen you all over.
Yeah.
So
that's happened a couple of times, just like randomly.
Yeah,
but I have to add to this. I drive through Corbin regularly on my way to Virginia, and I've seen several farms with Jeremy's face on a scarecrow. I think that's why they were wanting your picture, Jeremy. That I might be wrong. I could be wrong.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's definitely gets you good exposure. So if someone's watching tonight and say they're newer or say that they are maybe just coming on to Facebook, maybe they've been in business for a couple of years, what is something that they can do if they're wanting to try to like grow and scale and expand their business? Like, say or maybe they're brand new and they just want to grow a business. Like, what's the best advice you could give them for like marketing?
Yeah, overall or just like Facebook?
You could touch overall. You could hone in on Facebook. Okay. Feel free to go whichever route you want to go.
Yeah, I'll touch on Facebook just because that's my avenue. There's other avenues I can touch on, but for me, if I was just starting, I think the biggest thing would be is I need to get a good brand. So quality is everything in my opinion. So if you're brand new and you have money to invest, I would say investing in the way you look is going to be a very good thing. Investing in the way like the quality of your service is perceived. So that might be, you know, getting help like ours, where we teach you how to craft a good offer, how to look good, how to, you know, say the right things on camera in terms of ads and photos and stuff, and position in the right way. But yeah, I mean, it kind of just depends if someone has, you know, 10 grand to get started, or if they have no money to get started. It just kind of depends. If they have no money to get started, I would definitely utilize organic Facebook. So what I mean by that is, you know, go inside of the local groups, and we talk about this. I've got a free training on YouTube about this, and we teach it in our program. But yeah, so pretty much, if you have no money, start with Facebook organic. So go into local groups, figure out all these people that look like potentially good fits that are interactive. Usually it's going to be those moms or those, you know, middle-aged women that want this stuff done, maybe even a little bit older, but the people that are, you know, in those community groups that care about how their house looks. Friend a ton of those people, build up your audience, and structure your page in a way of where when people look at your page, they see the value, they see that you do a ton of this type of work. They can get to know you pretty quickly, just based off how your profile is set up. Continue to friend, continue to build that audience, continue to post. And, you know, I could even go in later on this call, something that we teach inside of our program called 3 psychology posts that you want to do. So if you have an audience, like I was talking about that big friends list, I always say you can have an audience, but if you don't know how to leverage it, it's just an audience. So there's not going to be any leads, there's not going to be any money. So you need to know how to leverage that. And I can, you know, go into that later as far as like the three psychology type of posts that you want to do to just build that traction with the audience so that they can know, like, and trust you more. But, you know, if you build that audience over time, same way that, I mean, you know, Jeremy or you, Mike, you guys have been seeing me for a long time. I've been seeing you guys for a long time, posting content, helping people, doing these podcasts. And over time, you know, for me, it earned me to get on the podcast because you guys see all this stuff that I do. It built that know, like, and trust factor. The same way it helps when we run ads for Jeremy. Know, like, and trust. We got to get the right content out there, get the good leads and get them sales. So it's just, hopefully that made sense, but that's what I would start with, would be Facebook organic. And then, you know, you could post in local groups in terms of just posting that content that doesn't really seem salesy. It's more just natural.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's pretty much that. In terms of other avenues, I would definitely say if you have money, build a good name for yourself, like get a creative name, you know, get a wrap on the truck, get some nice yard signs, get some nice shirts, get some nice door hangers, all that stuff. Dial in Facebook, you know, and just kind of start there. It really just kind of depends on where the person's at.
So let's just say that someone does have some money and they're wanting to get started, and maybe I don't know if you would call it jump starting the lead flow or whatever, but what would be like some realistic numbers for like ad spend? You know, what you know, if someone's thinking about doing this, what's recommended, you know?
Yeah. So usually I say for people that, you know, book in calls with us and message us, if they're usually making less than $5,000 a month, we usually don't take those people on because usually they don't have enough money to pay for our fee and ad spend, you know, to be profitable. And also those people that are at 5K or game for long, they don't have any customers. They don't necessarily know how to sell as well as the bigger people. But in terms of ad spend, I mean, I would say our average, you know, that our clients spend is going to be anywhere from low end $25 a day, which is $750 a month, to we have clients spending $200 a day. So it's a big range, but I would say on average, most of our clients probably for this Christmas light season, as of right now, in terms of ad spend, usually are spending anywhere from $1K to $2K a month. And you can pick and choose where you want to be, but it's just going to depend on, you know, the more money you spend, usually the more you're going to get. It just depends.
And obviously the reason that guys and gals are spending so much right now for the Christmas lights is because it's just such a small window. They wouldn't necessarily do that for pressure washing year round. Certainly they could and reap the reward and the benefit of that. But if you're going to hit the gold mine right now, then you got to swing the hammer while you can. And right now is the time to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and one thing I always say for like, even if the people watching this do Christmas sites and you're not running ads yet, I mean, the season's just going to keep progressing. The interest of Christmas lights is just going to keep, going up. So that's why we're scaling up budget, right? We usually start lower in like August or September because most people usually aren't thinking about Christmas. We're still able to get leads. You're still able to close deals. But in October, November, that's the two biggest months that you need to hammer down on and make sure that you're capitalizing everything.
Well said.
Very nice. I would guess that really November is kind of like we're through fall. We got Halloween over. Now it's November. Now we need Christmas lights. That's how I, from my viewpoint that I think about that. I know that's probably, that might not be the case with most, but it just seems like it's the thing. Like now I went into Lowe's today and I'm seeing, 37 Christmas trees standing up everywhere and nutcrackers and Santas and stuff. And it seems like now what was overwhelmingly a lot of Halloween decorations and decor, it looks like it's kind of thinned down, even though we're almost mid-October.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's shifting. So I guess people's starting to get in that mindset, even though I know this is a store and stuff of that nature, but I think that kind of just helps trigger them thinking that way.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, and what we always want to do with our clients, and we don't only just, yes, we run ads for clients, but we also teach them how to be good at marketing themselves in other ways. So like one thing that we really like to do is the local celebrity effect doesn't mean just like them seeing specifically your Facebook ad all the time. But if they see your Facebook ads pretty frequently and they're very, as a good offer attached, they like what they see. They can see that you're a real person helping real people and it's not just some boring before and after. If you've got that, you've got good yard signs, people see your wrap. One thing that I told one of our guys to do, or multiple actually, is on your rig, try to install like speakers on the outside or even just have a speaker in your truck bed and just play Christmas music everywhere you go. If you're going to church, if you're going to the grocery store, whatever, just have that on with your wrap. If you've got a truck wrap or a van wrap or whatever.
What about that? Nice.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and so we like to just incorporate that, right? Because not a lot of Christmas light companies are just going to be doing that. And so another way that you could, just that local celebrity effect is, do that speaker thing. Also maybe even wear a Santa hat every single time you go or you're driving. Another thing is dress up in a Santa or elf costume when you're installing the lights, just so it could be like, it's kind of funny. I mean, those people are probably going to take pictures of you and post them in the group. Just
100%. Yeah.
So you want what people see in real life to be in your ads. And, obviously you could target and retarget a lot more with those. And that just kind of helps that because they may have saw you in traffic today and then they saw your ad and they're like, oh yeah, I saw that guy today and I see their ads. I want to get a quote.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Jeremy actually dresses up as a mermaid when he's washing houses. I think that's genius, to be honest with you. It works.
Yeah.
He's not even going to crack a smile on that one.
I got the red wig and all, son.
It's a merman. A merman, not a mermaid.
Aquaman, baby.
Hey, Steve has a question. It's on the screen. Would you help us out with that one, Gage? Yeah. Would you start doing a Facebook post now for next year or wait until the close of the season?
Okay. I'm going to assume that you mean organic Facebook posts. So, yeah, I get this question all the time. It's not about, yes, in terms of like figuring out the right time to market is good, but you should be marketing all the time. Whether it's in the winter, I don't know where this guy is located at, but like,
sure,
you need to be marketing all the time. Now, whether that's running ads or whether that's just building, organic. So, if right now is your slow season, and you're not going to get, start picking up until March or February. In this time, you should really be understanding, okay, how do I build a good audience? How do I increase my friends list? Because the only way that you can grow your actual business Facebook page is through your personal page. If you do not have friends to invite to like the page, you're not going to be growing it. So you need to be doing that. That's honestly the first thing that we teach people to do in organic marketing. And you can see this on my Facebook page. I mean, I've got 3 or 4K friends, and which isn't that much, but it's the quality of the audience and how nurtured that audience is.
Nice.
So the other day, someone asked in a group if I'm legit, and every single person under that post said I was legit. I didn't even know about the post. I had actually asked one of my clients. And, it's just part of that. You need to build that personal connection with your audience. And if you build that personal connection, you show all the people you're helping doing house washes or whatever you do in your local market, you're showing before and afters, you're being educational, you're different than all these other washing companies, they're going to buy from you eventually. So to answer that guy's question a little bit more, yeah, you need to be building your audience from now until then and continuously. And then, you need to figure out, like the content to do. And we teach this. We even have a lower level program that I barely ever mention that teaches a lot of this stuff. But, if you work with us on our main offer, then you get it all inclusive. But, focus on building the audience, get content, and then learn about those 3, psychology posts. And honestly, this is just the perfect time to kind of go into that. So there's 3 posts that I talk about. And you can look on my personal Facebook page and kind of see how I do this. And people, the cool thing about this is when you're in sales or when you're actually in advertising, people should not feel sold. They should feel like, oh my gosh, this is a no-brainer. Sure. And you have to be very, very smart with how you present yourself and like leverage certain things at certain time. So for example, let's just say you built an audience, you've got 5,000 friends, they're all kind of your ideal clients, right? And they're all local to your market. There's 3 posts that I talk about. One is personal posts, and honestly, this might even be more than 3, but basically authoritative posts, case study posts, and let me see what's the 3rd one. I know I had it pulled up here. One of them's personal posts, so case study. So case study post, value post, authoritative post, and personal post. So it's 4. So personal posts can be anything, right? People need to know who you are genuinely. Sure. And so if you go on my page, you can see a lot of those. You can also see a lot of case study posts. So for example, a lot of our clients are closing a lot of deals right now. That's a case study post because we are showing our audience how our clients are winning. And then the personal posts are just kind of to show them who I am. So that way they can know, like, and trust me more. Authoritative posts are just kind of like why you're better than the competition. Not bashing competition, but just showing them that you are better and that you offer more. You are very good at what you do. And then value post could be, taping off electrical outlets or, something more value, that your competition doesn't do. And just taking that concept of, okay, today I'm going to post a personal post, or today I'm going to post a case study post because let's just say it's spring and a lot of these people need house washes. Let's post a case study post. Let's post an authoritative post, and let's keep that going for a couple of weeks. And you'll watch that 4 or 5K friend list just come to you in terms of new leads, because these are real people and they've seen how you've built yourself for at least a few months. And now they're seeing these posts and, they want to work with you. So hopefully that makes sense. But we teach this a lot more inside of the program and on my calls when I help people. So
now, is there a recommended amount of posts you should do per day?
Per day, I would say focus on per week.
Okay.
I mean, it just kind of depends. Like today I posted 3 times, but the only reason why I posted 3 times is because we had this podcast. Because I want to be in their faces. That way they join this podcast. So it kind of just depends. You kind of just have to feel it out. That's why I think one of the biggest things that owner and operators should do for the business is just learn marketing and learn sales, because then over time you'll really gauge what your audience needs. So in terms of like a amount, I usually tell our clients to post at least 5 times a week, ideally. If not 5, obviously, just make sure you're doing it consistent. But yeah, I would say, 5 a week if you can. They need to be seeing you all the time. So
you answered one of my questions, which was what type of content should I post to my personal Facebook page to engage my audience and showcase my services? And we have those listed right there on the screen for you. Now, we not only want to post to the community groups, yard sale groups, neighborhood pages, but to our personal page. We really want to be, as Gage says, we want to be the local celebrity. We want people to know that that's what we do. When they think of pressure washing, Christmas lights, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, we want them to think of us. And then when they think of us, we want them to think about Christmas lights, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
Then we know that we are the local celebrity, because even if they don't know us, or excuse me, even if they don't need us, when they hear those needs from their hairdresser, whoever, then they automatically begin to feed them in our direction, and that's what we want. That becomes the local celebrity.
Yeah. Could I share my screen real quick and actually kind of show some examples of what content I'm actually talking about?
Be wonderful.
Yep.
You're able to do that? Go right ahead.
Sure. Share screen. Let's see. Okay.
While you're doing that, just today, I was washing a house, and gentleman pulls up, and he's the lawn care guy. I do not know who he is, but boy, did he know who I was or who I am. And he went on and on and on. It kind of drove me crazy because I needed to wash. But he's a lawn care guy in our area, and he said, I see your stuff all over the place. I'm like, probably not. But he's seen me enough to know that that I'm the local celebrity. In fact, he said, I wanted to reach out to you to pick your brain on advertising. And I wanted to say, well, that comes with a fee. But but nonetheless, case in point, even the local service industry people in our area know me as the guy to call for pressure washing. Go right ahead, Gage.
Gotcha. So for the people watching, like, that's the type of post that you want to do. But I want to also show you the content that goes behind it, because
can you see it, Jeremy? Are you seeing this? There you go.
I am not.
Thank you, Gage.
Okay. So real quick, I just kind of want to explain this. So I'll kind of explain how we work as a company. So like I said, we help people that want to scale in terms of Facebook actually scale. And the only way that you're going to scale is if you have a good foundation, you get leads, and you're able to sell. So we don't only just run ads for you, manage them, launch them, make sure they're doing everything that they need to be doing. We also teach you content. We teach you organic marketing, how to actually position yourself as a local celebrity, position yourself and your company better than any of the competition. And over time, once you do this and you do all the things we kind of preach in here, and you are involved in the community group of our clients, you're going to win. So for me, it's like a no-brainer. If someone comes to me and they really want to grow, I can help almost anybody as long as they're willing to help themselves. So we've literally got sales training in here. We've got follow-up trainings. We've got trainings in here of how to create good content, how to build a brand. There's even some past team call recordings. And then there's other partner stuff in here. But anyways, beside the point, I just want everybody to know, like, we're pretty much all inclusive. So if you have content issues or you have sales issues or whatever, most of the time we can help you. So let's kind of go over this. So case study posts. So case study posts are basically to show work you're doing in the area, and that's supposed to resonate with your audience. So for example, let's just say you have a big audience and they're a majority of women. They're the women that want this stuff done. When you post, you want to ideally attract to women. So what do women like? Well, if they're usually more emotional, right? So if you take photos with, let's just say, your clients that are women, like this, for example, you guys can see this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, pictures like this where you have the yard sign that says what you do and, has a picture of the house you just did with the customer, selfie with the customer. Another thing is like usually dogs, cats, children, or women are the ones to kind of get attention in terms of what women like. And the reason why we know this is because we've tested it. We've had ads with children in it. We have ads with dogs or cats or even just any sort of branding that just makes you somewhat different and makes it feel warm and family-like, especially with Christmas lights, is going to help. So case study posts, like I said, this is to show, what you're doing for people, just like the audience that you're attracting. So, for example, thank you, Mary, for the pressure washing opportunity. Mary called us out, blah, 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 and then put her 5-star review. And then, you can attach a picture, something like this. But this is the type of content we want, because if, let's just say, you're one of these pressure washing, clients of ours, and you're in their ideal audience. If you see a client post this pretty much every week, so that this person is, someone that really likes to help the community, they do very good work and their clients love them, that's going to work a whole lot better than just the before and after picture or something boring. So something like this would be very, very ideal. Now, kind of going down to the value problem solving posts, this could be like, got green siding, no problem. We're out today doing 5 more house washes. Customer called us out because of this green algae. We got it cleaned for them. Or you could even kind of explain what it is. Just don't make it really long and boring. At the end of the day, when you're solving a problem, you're just trying to solve the problem that most people are facing, and you need to make it quick and to the point. So this could also be another example. Could be before and after. Could be, got dirty siding and get a free quote. And then, another one is just like an authoritative post. So this is to basically show your reputation. Honestly, it's just basically to put your reputation on, the front lines and basically just show everybody like how great you are, what you do. So it's basically to show, how much work you're doing in the area for your happy customers, how many customers love you, why you're different, why you're better than other companies. With a picture, like this, and this even could be pictures of, maybe let's just say a picture of this, like with Jonathan and his husband and wife. You could even post something about, Stacy called us out because she hired a cheaper pressure washing company that, destroyed the look of concrete or house. So we came out to get this fixed. And then, in the comment section, you could post a picture of what it did look like and what it looks like now. Something like that. It also could just be, another way that you can think of how can I be more competitive? How can I be a no-brainer for these people? Just honestly put yourself in the shoes of your ideal customers. So I don't want to confuse people, but I do want to give people a lot of value in terms of this, because I think a lot of people think, oh, let me just post on Facebook, or Facebook is for, younger people, like if they're older, or, Facebook's just something that people, complain and all this drama about. Don't think about it that way. It's every perception is reality at the end of the day. So like whatever you choose to believe is how you're going to see it. Facebook can literally make you so much money if you actually dial this stuff in and you dial in paid ads. Same with Google, same with YouTube, same with TikTok, same with anything. It's all about getting an audience, crafting a good offer, and showing how amazing you are to those people, and they will flock to you if you do it right. So hopefully that makes sense, but I just wanted to kind of give some value here in terms of the type of content you should be choosing to make, whether that's your Facebook ads or whether that's your organic marketing. But I can't stress it enough. Like, even if people join our program or whatever or not, I just want everybody to win. And if you do this over long periods of time, you are going to win. So hopefully that was helpful, but I think I'm done sharing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So would you say, just kind of tagging on to the last thing you said there, do you find that people want to hit the eject button too early? Is that if there were an exit interview per se, would you say that that's what most people are doing? They're leaving because maybe they're not seeing results, and so because they're not seeing results, they want to leave, and that's probably why they're not seeing results or not staying long enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like when you start a business. If you start a business and your first client you thought you did a really good job for wants a refund, are you just going to quit? Like, let's just say it's your first week. Are you going to quit, or are you going to keep going through it? The people that go through it and keep learning new things are going to win. So honestly, what I've found, it just comes down to who you are as a man. Like, are you strong or are you weak? But aside from that, I mean, yes, it takes time, and you need to do it for long periods of time to actually make this work, because people, psychology-wise, need to hear about you 6 times before they even feel comfortable from buying from you.
Wow.
So if you've been advertising for 2 months and they've only seen you twice because you've only posted a few times, it's kind of your fault.
Right.
But I would say the people that follow organic marketing strategies usually can bring in a couple grand a month just with that. And on top of that, we also want to run ads at the same time you're doing organic marketing, same time you're doing all your other stuff. Because if you do both at the same time, it's going to work so much better. That's why we really push both at the same time. So,
yeah, it does. One of the struggles that people have, and I get this question asked of me regularly, and I believe it's a legitimate question. How can I leverage Facebook groups, community groups? We've talked about this already, to promote my business without coming off as overly promotional. Is that even something we're trying to avoid? But I hear people say, I don't want to come across as being spammy or salesy. So maybe you can speak to that.
Yeah. Like I said, people think advertising is just, oh, I need to, sell on an ad. But it's really not all the time. So like in community groups, if I was a pressure washing or Christmas light company, I really wouldn't put, it depends on the group, right? One thing that I always would really advise is that you make a strong friendship with the group admin, or you create a group yourself. Because think about it, that's why I always say build your Facebook page, build your personal brand. Because if you got 5,000 friends on Facebook, you can literally ask all those 5,000 people to join your new group of, let's just say, Atlanta homeowners or whatever it is. Have them join that group and have their friends invite their friends. Boom, you just got a group of 5,000 people or more you can constantly sell to.
Nice.
Like, people just need to get creative, really. But yeah, let's just say it's a group you don't own, you can't make a friendship with. I would try to do something that gets some sort of attention that's not bad or good. It's just something to kind of get your name out there. So that could be, for example, all the people in the hurricane, right now, take advantage of that in a way that you could. Take a picture of you and your crew with your branded stuff, your trucks or whatever, and just say, today we're out helping the community, and then, say whatever you're doing. If anybody needs help, blah, 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 dash the, whatever your business name is. And that's going to build a lot of engagement, and just start friending those people that actually comment, stuff like that. And that could be a way where you kind of get some traction, you get some new friends, you get some attention. And then over time, you could just say, you could post a picture of you and your team, or maybe one of those pictures that was showing with a happy customer, and just say, help Stacy get her house washed for spring this season. And that's it. Like, you don't need to be like, if you need your house washed for this, and this, just something very simple. And people are like, okay, yeah, let me just reach out to him. Yeah, I mean, it's just literally getting creative, and don't try to overly sell. Just get people to know you. And if they want to work with you, they will.
Well said.
So, yeah.
I like that idea of creating your own group. I don't know why I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Being in a small town, I feel like you could really have
Oh, yeah.
you could definitely have it like pretty regulated as far as allowing other service-based businesses into it to
Exactly.
cross promote. Kind of one from each industry or something of that nature. That way, it's not overly saturated with 13 people in there from the same thing or whatever. But now my the wheels are turning in my brain. I don't know why I've not thought of that.
Yeah, everybody should be writing this down, including you and you, Mike, and Jeremy. Like, this is something that you definitely should do, because it's at the end of the day, literally, attention is money, and if it, if you do it right, people won't even think they're getting sold, because you shouldn't, in your mind, be trying to sell people. You should just be trying to help them, and they should come to you. So definitely do that. Like I said, if you've got your own group of like 5,000 people or more, or let's just say you get lucky and over a year you've grown it to 100,000 people, dude, you've got 100,000 people. It's basically like your customer CRM list. Like, go at it, right? You own the group. No one can take you down, and you're just showing people how good of a job you do for the community. They're going to want to work with you.
Yep.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, those who've been watching my channel for a while, they've heard me say a number of times that we are at an attention deficit. We're really not competing with one another for work. We're competing initially, at least, for attention. And the one who gets the most attention, we call it the squeaky wheel. The squeaky wheel gets the most attention. So the most attention meaning that we have the most eyes on us at any given time. So every single morning, we're waking up at an attention deficit. Our goal is not to pick up work, it's to get our name out there. That will automatically bring in the work. So we're kind of focused on getting work. And so we've got we feel like we've got a lot of fishing poles out there trying to do the work, but really it's getting attention, just getting attention. And here is Gage Lake telling us that Facebook, which is something that every genre of every generation of people are on now. Some of my oldest customers have found me through Facebook, so the clientele is endless, really, and getting it out there on Facebook is key.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and then another thing is just be unique. Like, don't be like every other washing company. Honestly, guys, like most washing companies that are not successful are boring. They have personal problems, personal issues that they don't want to fix, and that is going to translate into their business. So maybe they don't care as much. Maybe they just don't care about their health. Maybe they don't care about their family. That's going to translate to how well you take care of your clients, whatever. So if you're not successful and you're just starting, I really advise you to just look at yourself, look at your actions, look at your mentality, because you have to have that good foundation. Same way for building a house, same way for building a business. You have to have that foundation.
Genius.
So another thing I was going to say is be unique. So like when people talk to Mike, or Jeremy, you guys have a lot of experience. You've helped out a lot of the same people. And Mike, you crack jokes all the dang time. So they're probably going to be like, I like you a lot more than this random person that was just super boring and just wanted to make money off me and give me a quick quote. Like, just kind of depends. Do you guys mind if I show a quick ad that one of our clients started to record that we try to help people like be better?
Yeah, please do, Gage.
Cool. All right, let me see. So
while you're pulling that up there, I'll speak to the last thing that you said there about not being boring in your posts. We have one particular washer in our area who does not watch this podcast, and so he'll not know that I'm speaking about him. Great washer, fantastic washer, but his advertising is extremely weak. And I see his posts, but it just simply says, "We wash today in Hamilton, Ohio. We wash today in Cincinnati, Ohio." And he shows a picture of the finished product, sometimes before and after picture, but no detail about his business, who he is, the services that he offers, the wash area that he provides for, and he really struggles to get work. And so I want to kind of reiterate what Gage is saying, is that you really have to add some detail. Stop being so boring in your post. You can oversell, but you can undersell as well. And so don't be boring in your posts.
Yeah, definitely.
Will that let you bring that up on the screen?
I'm showing my screen now. Can you guys see it?
Nope. Let me hover over it and bring it up there for you.
Okay, cool. So this is a video ad that and this isn't the only video ad that we try to have our clients make, but it's so important for you to be unique and to craft a good offer through an ad. So I know a lot of people are probably going to watch this and be like, oh yeah, let me just try to remake this. And you can, but this isn't the only video or ad that is making all the money. You have to have a lot of things working cohesively together, and a lot of ads working cohesively together for them to kind of work. So I'm going to show this video ad, and this is, like I said, you have to be unique. You have to build a good offer, and you have to be more of a no-brainer than other companies. And by the time you watch this video, you're probably going to be like, if I was a homeowner, I'd probably go with this company rather than someone that just posted it before and after. So I'll play it.
I'm all right, but don't let that be you this season. Here at Clark's Christmas Lights, we offer a professional Christmas light installation. What does that mean? That means we're going to install the lights. We're going to maintain the lights, and we're going to remove and store the lights for you. It's 100% no hassle. The best part about it is you can get a quote today.
Did you guys hear that?
Classic. Love it. I want to know how many takes that took. How many takes did it take for this guy to get all of that down pat? Hats off. That was a wonderful commercial.
Yeah. Like I said, that's not the only one. And like I said, that, Mike, Jeremy, what are your actual genuine thoughts on that? Like, position yourself as a homeowner and you want Christmas lights. Like, how would you not want to buy from that, or at least be somewhat interested?
No, I like it, and I like it because it's funny. And I like memes. I like funny stuff. I don't necessarily think of it as a meme, but
just great
also
marketing.
It is great marketing. It grabs your attention, and the thing is, are you done with the screen? Okay.
Yep.
The thing is, what I really like about it is it's a trend as well right now, because you see these people selling those hats where someone's getting thrown, and the next thing a guy's diving into a pile of hats, or a boxer's getting punched, and next thing you know, someone's talking about a mouth guard or something like that. I feel like it's in right now, and I really like it, and I think it's very eye-catching, and I've seen a couple other one of those in our group, so I really do like those.
Yeah. I also, I'll speak to what most people aren't thinking, but I believe I'm accurate in this, is that those who aren't interested or have no idea that there is such a thing as Christmas lights are now seeing this. And that's the first thing. That's their first impression of Christmas lights, having never seen it before, is this guy being extremely clever, introducing them to the concept of Christmas lights. It's a great intro into the lives of people who've never heard of Christmas lights installers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It matches all the things that we talk about. Know, like, trust, engaging, educational. Yeah. So.
And they're likely to watch that 3 and 4 times, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, they'll watch that back to, because it's only 30 seconds, 45 seconds. They're going to watch that and say, honey, come over and watch this guy. So now they got 2 or 3 eyes on it, and they won't forget. Even if they don't want it right now, they won't forget this guy that they saw on this commercial ad. It's good stuff.
Well, It'd be a good thing to have your wife see it. That way she don't have to worry about her husband falling off the ladder too.
That's it. That's exactly right. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Oh,
It may be that there are others out there who have questions as we're rounding the corner and making our way towards the top of the hour. Let's get those questions in. You've got questions about marketing, Facebook in particular. Doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas lights, it can be anything. Let us know. We'd love to help out, and certainly Gage is here for the purpose. So let's take this time.
do the videos seem to be? Do they carry heavier weight with marketing than the photos? You feel like, or is it just depending on the area or the quality?
It just depends, yeah, on the quality. Depends on the area. It just kind of depends on the algorithm, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if any of you guys have questions, feel free to hammer them in the comment section because I want to make sure I can provide the most value. And
I've got a good question for you.
okay.
What's so if someone's interested in finding out more about you, how can they do that?
They can go to my Facebook page and see the 3 psychology type posts and sell themselves on working with me.
I like it.
But yeah, I mean, just go through my page, get an idea of who I am and how many people we help, and also how the program works. Hopefully, this podcast showed you a lot more as well, because we're not a Facebook ad agency that takes your money and does nothing with it and literally only just makes an ad and who cares if it works. That's not us. We want to take you from where you're at and where you want to get to and actually give you tangible advice and do the things that are going to move the needle forward. And that's how you're going to, if you want to add an extra 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 dollars a year, that's what you need to do. Is you need someone in your corner to give you advice, not only, but also give you leads and give you opportunities to close more deals and make more money. So if any of you are interested, I would just say reach out to me directly on Facebook, look through my stuff. Honestly, just absorb my content, get a very clear idea of how we work, and then, book a call on my website or message me, and we can kind of just go from there. I don't take on people that are usually making less than $5,000 a month. If you are making $5,000 a month, message me. We can kind of just see where you're at. We have taken on beginners before and been very successful. I guess another thing is I only want to take on A players. So if you aren't a good fit, don't be offended. We only just want to take on good people in terms of, are you in a position to help? Do I believe that you're going to actually do the things that we tell you to do in terms of advice? I only want to bring on good fits and people that I'm very confident will succeed, because at the end of the day, my reputation is on the front line. I want to make sure that is obviously, very, very good, just like anybody in business. So,
well, thank you for your integrity there. We've got a couple of questions. GNC Soft Wash Pressure Washing says, are you able yourself to create the ads that put you particularly in front of people looking for the service? So do you create the ad, or do they have to have the ad and then give it to you?
Yeah, so I think that's what this guy's kind of saying is, can you get ads out there in front of people actually like searching or looking for the service? In terms of Facebook, kind of. If you're looking for people that are like literally searching at this moment, that's definitely going to be a Google play or an SEO play. If you're looking for, another, like, Facebook is more of like an interruptive advertisement. So people should be seeing you all the time, all over, if they're interested in this type of stuff or not. At the end of the day, you can't necessarily target people that are, that searched, I need a house wash in the last 30 days. You can't do that. You can't really target people that are interested in pressure washing, because that's just going to get you pressure washing companies. Right. So what I would say is figure out who your ideal customers are, where they live, and what problems they're facing. So let's just say, women from 35 to 55, let's just say, for example, and let's just say you're in Cincinnati, where Mike is. Figure out some neighborhoods that may need this, that aren't too low end, but aren't too high end, and try to hit those areas with content that looks like those areas with you in it, and try to create, an ad that has a good offer put together. So it might just be like, a neighborhood that, let's just say, has construction in it, and there's a lot of dust on the windows, a lot of dust on the siding, hit those then, so that's just what I would say. There's not really a way that you can actually like target those people. But I would just try to target people as best you can with like how your ad looks, the timing of it, what you say in the ad, rather than the actual targeting itself.
Well said. Very nice. River Valley Power Wash says, one thing I'm confused on is when posting, do I post from my company page or do I post from my personal page in the Facebook groups?
I would say personal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I may jump on that, I post from my personal page. I want them to see my page. And there are guys who have a personal page and say, it's my personal page. I really don't want my customers to see my personal page. You might want to think about that, just the statement alone, but nonetheless, I post from my personal page because I want them to see my grandkids. I want them to see me and my family life, my church life. I post a lot of pressure washing content, my pressure washing content on my personal page. I want them to see a well-rounded profile. And that's what a profile is. I want them to see a well-rounded profile. And a lot of the Facebook groups won't allow you to post from your business page regardless. They don't want spam. And so it looks like spam if it's coming from Mike's pressure washing. So Mike Carmody posts, and that seems to be beneficial, and it works for me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and the people that are like, I don't want to use my personal to like show my customers. Well, either it's a mindset thing or your Facebook post would probably turn people away with what you post. So it just kind of depends, but I'd rethink that statement because I do have a lot of people that are like, I don't want people seeing that. So, just don't post the stuff then, or figure it out to make it work. I mean, most of the time it's just people with mindset problems that are like, don't want this, don't want this. But it's just like, there's going to be a downside and an upside to every single thing you do in life. You just have to outweigh the options of what you want. But yeah.
Here's a question that Griffin asked me personally. Mike, how do you feel about there's another Mike's Pressure Washing in Ohio? Interestingly, he started the very same month that I started my business. We started the very same month. Now, he's in a different part of the state. However, when I went to get a loan at one point through my business, it was a mess because the powers that be could not differentiate between me and some other guy, which I found to be wonderful because I wanted to get the money, but I wanted him to have to pay for it. But it didn't work out like that. But nonetheless, he's so far away, it doesn't affect me in the least. But great question.
So Steve's, that question. You need to have both, man. Yeah, you need to have both. You need to have a personal and you need to have a business, for sure.
I pretty much, if I'm making a business Facebook post on my business page, I'm pretty much verbatim copying that with the same image and putting it on my personal page.
Exactly.
Most of the times I don't even share it from my personal page. Sometimes I might, but I feel like I get better engagement when I just post it and don't share it,
Yeah, you definitely should post it. Don't share links. Even if you post, like, let's just say any sort of link, Facebook doesn't want to share it as much because it'll send them off the platform. So yeah, you definitely need to, if you're posting on your personal, take the same post and image and go onto your page, write it, post it. Don't just share it over. You're going to get more engagement if you do that.
Yeah.
Here's a local washer to me, and right on American Property Stars. My personal page on Nextdoor does quite well. Yep. Don't forget about Nextdoor. I often forget, and I've got the app right there on my phone, and I often forget. But I do pick up jobs from the Nextdoor app.
Mm-hmm.
As we are rounding the top of the hour, in fact it is 10 p.m. We want to once again be mindful of our friends down south, in particular in Florida. I have very, very close friends. Some of my best friends live right in the eye of the storm, and they've had to hit the eject button. So we want to keep. And then we have pressure washers, and those guys and gals in service industry, want to keep them in our prayers tonight. A lot going on down there.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I had refreshed the Facebook thing to make sure everything was still flowing properly, and one of our wash buddies down there, Jeremy Brook, he's in Tampa, and he had posted a picture where an oak tree had fell through his garage.
Oh no!
So I just saw that a second ago. So yeah, it looks like it's getting bad. Well, it looks like it is bad. It ain't like it's getting bad. It's bad. So yeah, if we can just definitely, we'll remember them in our prayers here. If anybody's got anything they want to pray about, drop it in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
Then we'll go ahead and land the plane on this podcast. It's been fun. I enjoyed getting Gage on here. I've been working with him since what, March now? I think it's around March.
Yeah.
Right around March. I've had tremendous success. I love it. It's really helped my business boom and grow, and I look forward to it. It's been a great relationship, and it's wonderful. So I'm excited to start the Christmas light ads. Hopefully tomorrow. So we get things going. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Do you guys mind once we as we wrap up here, I can kind of show some testimonials of some clients that have been winning recently?
Sure.
Absolutely. Sure.
I'm going to share my screen here once again. All right. Okay. Let me know when you guys can see this here. So I wanted to just kind of take some time here because I think a lot of people like on this podcast, a lot of this call has been about like the really in-depth stuff as far as like, you know, how to create content, what stuff to post, stuff like that. I just want everybody to know, like, at the end of the day, you just need to work with somebody that can take you from where you're at and where you want to get to. So spend $1, make back 10, whatever it may be, but spend money and get an ROI so you can get leads, you can get the brand recognition, you can make more money. And I just want to take a moment to honestly just kind of shout out some of the clients that have been winning. And honestly, we get clients every single day, multiple per day, saying, hey, Gage, I closed this, you know, thanks so much for helping me on this. And for example, like one of our guys, Kyler, he's been working with us for over a year. He worked with us last Christmas light season, killed it. And I think so far this year, we've been working with him, I think, since August. And I think he's closed, I want to say 40-ish K, I want to say. He says it actually in this video, but I forget what he said exactly. He's been crushing it. One of our clients, Alex Perry, closed an extra $25,000 with us this month. And I want to say he's only spending around $25 to $30 a day on ads. So he's crushing it. There's a video of him. One of our clients, Ryan Daniels, closed $14,000 yesterday from our ads. One of our clients, Jamie, 11.7K last 72 hours. There's so many clients. Another one, even Kenneth, stuff like this. So like, there's people winning all the time. And at the end of the day, like I said, like, for example, Kenneth, this $8,500 job. He's only been working with us he's actually been working with us for like 2 years. So he's been able to grow a lot. At the end of the day, like I said, we want to take on good people that really want to do amazing things and make them a lot of money when it comes to Facebook. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to make more money with the business and you want to grow it, Facebook is a definite good way. And like I said, if you want my help or you at least want to chat just to see if it's a good fit and we'd work well together, like I said, go on my page, shoot me a message. We'll go from there. But yeah, as we wrap up, thanks for, having me on, Jeremy, Mike. I hope everyone, got a lot of value out of this podcast. So, I'm sure we'll do another one at some point, and hopefully there's some more stuff we can talk about. But yeah, it's been a fun one, guys.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for taking time out of your evening today to come on here with us.
Of course.
It's always a good time with Gage. Always a good time with Gage. All right. Tonight is your night to pray, Mr. Jeremy.
Tonight's my night. It's tonight. All right, let's go to it. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, Lord God, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here tonight, Lord. Father, as we're sitting here safe in our homes, we pray for our brothers and sisters, Lord, in the Florida area that's been impacted by this hurricane, Lord. We pray for their safety. We pray for their comfort, Lord. We pray for their loved ones, Lord. We just pray that the storm be over quick and that they can just find comfort in you during this time of need, Lord. I thank you for my brothers and sisters, Lord, out there washing every day. I pray that you'll watch over them, keep them safe, and allow them to provide for their family, Lord. Most importantly, I thank you for your son, Jesus. And most importantly, I thank you for the debt that he paid for us that we could not pay ourselves. I pray for those tonight, Lord, that may not know him, that someone will cross their path to share his story and redemption that is possible through him. I thank you for my friends and my family. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Thank
All
you,
right,
guys.
It's been fun.
See you
guys
next week.
next week.
Peace.